What's going on, y'all? Happy Friday. My name is Matt here on the Golden Octagon MMA YouTube channel. It's Friday. Every Friday, we do Change the Cheddar where we try to win $100 or more with $10 or less with my picks and my parlays on tomorrow's UFC fights. This week, we've got UFC Fight Night, Arman Tsarukyan versus Matus Gamrot. We're going to go over the weigh-ins, the stare-downs, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and my opinions on who I think is going to win each fight. And then at the end of the show, I'm going to give you 4 parlays where we're going to try to turn $10 or less into $100 or more. So stick around for that. But before we get started, please put a thumbs up on the video if you enjoy it. Whether you're tailing me or fading me this week, you know how it goes. I wish you luck. As always, I hope you get some cheddar in your pockets. But once again, thumbs up, sub to the channel if you are not, comments below. I'm not going to ramble anymore. Let's get into these picks. Off the top, no one missed weight today. Everyone looked rather decent. No sunglasses, no stumbles on the scales, no huge differences, if you will, in the fighters' usual selves. So that being said, the stare down time. First fight of the night, Vanessa Demopoulos taking on Jin Yu Fry. Remember, Jin Yu Fry, former Invicta atomweight champion. The girl is shredded at 115, and also the bigger girl taking on Vanessa Demopoulos. Remember, she hopped in Joe Rogan's arms right after her last fight. I don't see that happening this time. One, because Joe Rogan isn't there commentating, and two, I believe Jin Yu Fry ends up getting the decision at the end of the night. To be honest, I believe Jin Yu Fry by decision is a minus 110, so you're not getting too much money there. But straight up, Jin Yu Fry is a minus 230, so a little bit better odds than what you would be getting if you just bet her straight up. I just saw a mosquito in my room and I had to get it. Next fight of the night, Brian Boom Kelleher taking on Mario Bautista. Mario Bautista definitely got a height and a reach advantage, but if you ask me, I'm rocking with Boom, baby. I don't know why. I always bet for Brian Boom Kelleher, except for his last fight. I knew he was not beating Umar Nurmagomedov. But that being said, Mario Bautista is not Umar Nurmagomedov. I believe Brian Kelleher as the underdog here. I'm rocking with the underdog here. Brian Kelleher gets it done here, in my opinion. Next fight of the night, one that I refuse to bet on as a whole, JP Buys taking on Cody Durden. I'm pretty sure in their last fights, neither one of these fighters were in the UFC. I do believe they were both cut from the UFC at some point this past year, but 125 is kind of light. So it looks like the UFC brought them back in. I'm staying away from this fight completely. If you ask me, I have to rock with Cody Durden, but I'm not confident at all in my pick. As I said, I'm staying clear away from this one. If you know me and I have to bet on every single fight, I tend to dig into the rounds to like start around 2 or over 1.5. You can find that on DraftKings and FanDuel, both the to like start the round. So a little option for you guys if you have to bet on every single fight. But me, I'm staying clear away in this fight because I don't trust either fighter. Raulian Paiva taking on Sergey Morozov. Raulian Paiva, a plus 130 underdog against the minus 150 Morozov. And I got to be honest, I'm rocking with the dog again here. I don't know what it is. I like Paiva. I really do. I think he is a good fighter. He's tough. He showed in his Kyler Phillips fight that he's not going to go away if you just put the pressure on him. And Morozov has been subbed before. Paiva has those subs on his record. I believe it's live here to happen. But straight up, I'm just going money line, main line, Raulian Paiva. I'm rocking with the dog again here. Shailin Nordenbecken taking on downtown TJ Brown. This is one I've been flopping back and forth on all week. I really haven't been sure which way to go. I do like Thug Nasty's teammate, TJ Brown. Shailin, a prospect out of China. The UFC tends to push these Chinese prospects a little quick. So I don't know if this is too much for this Chinese prospect. Shailin is a very good fighter, is a good test for him overall. Like I said, I've been going back and forth. I guess at this point, slight lean toward TJ Brown. This probably goes to decision. If you ask me, TJ Brown is a grinder indeed. He just has fantastic wrestling overall. TJ Brown is the way I'm leaning. Not super confident though. I'm probably not going to put too much on this fight. One of my favorite ones of the night, the Black Jaguar, Carlos Ulberg taking on Tefan the Don Chukwi. Just two fun fighters to watch in the 205 division. Tefan Chukwi just has power for days, shredded up, jacked. On the other hand, Carlos Ulberg, a male model, if you will. Every male watching this show, if you take your shirt off, that's what you wish you look like. It's all right. I definitely don't look like that. Carlos Ulberg, definitely the bigger man of the two. But if you ask me, that chin, it just scares me quite a bit. I cannot get the Kennedy and Zetriku fight out of my head. That was the first fight I've ever seen from Carlos Ulberg, and he just shit the bed. He dropped the egg, whatever you want to say. My man got blasted out of there once he just, I don't want to say this I have to. He's like Luke Rockhold. He's a good kickboxer, but he has no chin. And if you can touch the chin, he's going out. Tefan Chukwi by knockout is the way I'm going. Let's go, the Don. Another one of my favorite ones of the night. Action Man Chris Curtis taking on Rodolfo Vieira, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu legend. Got to be honest, guys, here. This is a close one, back and forth. Action Man does have power. Rodolfo Vieira can't submit anyone in the world. I got to go Rodolfo Vieira here. I'm going to be honest. I think he's going to end up pushing him up against the fence and climbing Chris Curtis like a short, stubby tree. Ends up rear naked choke Rodolfo Vieira for the victory via standing RNC. That's the way I'm going. But Rodolfo Vieira straight up. That's what I honestly be more comfortable in, because he does tend to want to show his skills more often now. Rodolfo Vieira, straight up by submission. I wouldn't go by decision. It's a little risky for me. Just straight up, I believe that is the way it's going to go. Let's go, Rodolfo Vieira. Let's see some jits. Nate Maness taking on Umar Nurmagomedov. And I got to be honest, probably the best striker out of the Nurmagomedovs. He's fantastic, great at kickboxing overall, crazy spinning stuff. And he still has that wrestling in his back pocket. He showed that in his last fight against Brian Boom Kelleher. Got him out of there round one with a quick Darce choke, I believe it was. Something like that. No one saw that coming, but sure enough, it did. Nate Maness in his last fight took on Tony Gravely and showed that he is tough as all hell. Tony Gravely dropped him round one. Maness comes back round two and finishes Gravely, and I'm a Gravely fan. He's from my hometown. How can I not root for the guy? This one, I believe everyone thinks that Maness is going to get absolutely demolished round one, and I don't think so. Nate Maness is a rather tough guy. Unless he gets taken out immediately and subbed right away, he's tough enough to last at least into round two, into round three. Do I think he's going to win? Hell no. Umar's definitely going to win, but it gives me room to play with the Umar and over rounds, the Umar and over 1.5. I kind of been liking that quite a bit because his odds right now are just astronomical. Minus 1100, minus 900, something like that. You have to parlay it. You have no value betting that straight up. Umar is definitely winning here. How? Decision or submission, either one. I'm kind of leaning toward decision, but I'm not confident enough to put that money on it. Umar in a parlay. That's the way I'm going. Thiago Moises taking on Christos Giagos. I feel like Christos Giagos has been in the UFC for a while now, and he's still rather young. Thiago Moises, the smaller man of the two, but the favorite. And I'm going to be rocking with the favorite here. I'm going Thiago Moises. I don't know why. I just tend to lean that way. He's been more active. I feel like Giagos isn't as active. And every this is kind of a side note, but every time I see him, he looks different. Today he had a beard and a bunch of tattoos. Kind of threw me off. I'm like, who is this guy? It was Christoph Giagos. So I don't know what it is. I'm just not comfortable betting on him. I'm going Thiago Moises here. Josh Parisian's taking on Alain Baudot, one of the two, training partner of Cyril Gahn. And he fights just like him. And when I say just like him, just like him. Just as boring. Probably not as much power either, if I'm going to be honest. He does not put his foot on the gas. A safe fighter overall, especially for heavyweight. I don't know if he doesn't have the power or if he just didn't feel comfortable putting it on the guy in his last fight. Doesn't put his foot on the gas pedal, as I said. But I do think he wins this fight over 1.5 or by decision, probably by decision. Alain Boudoir, whichever one it is. That's the way I'm going. I'm going with the Frenchman. It is what it is. Neil Magny taking on Shavkat Rakhmonov. And I'm sorry, Neil Magny's getting crushed here, y'all. He's been calling out Khamzat for a while, and he ends up getting someone that's worse than Khamzat, in my opinion. As a stylistic matchup, Neil Magny wants no parts of anything Shavkat has. Shavkat can sub Neil Magny. Shavkat can knock him out. I don't see this even going into round 3, if I'm going to be honest. Shavkat by finish, knockout, or sub is the way to go, if you ask me. I'm kind of leaning toward Shavkat by ground and pound KO. I don't know what it is. He has this lethal standing ground and pound, and he's done it a few times now. Not many people do it, but if he gets you there, he's probably going to knock you out with his ground and pound while he's standing still. Shavkat by KO, that's the way I'm kind of leaning, but Shavkat straight up, you should feel pretty safe. Main event of the night, Arman Tsarukyan taking on Mateusz Gamrot, and man, is Arman Tsarukyan shredded. This dude has muscles on his muscles, taking on Polish power. Mateusz Gamrot, every Polishman is Polish power, if you ask me, but I don't think it's going to matter here. Arman Tsarukyan just so damn good. In his last fight against Joel Alvarez, just demolished his face, man. And Joel Alvarez, a very good fighter, massive for 155, and it made no difference. Arman Tsarukyan, a brick house, and he is going to show it. I'm leaning Arman Tsarukyan, only a minus 250 right now, which kind of surprising. I thought he would be way more, considering Umar is a humongous favorite over Nate Maness in the same card. So I don't really understand, but I'm going Arman here without a doubt. So that being said, that is my picks for every fight on this card, who I think is going to win each fight, or how long I think it's going to go, or how it's going to end. So let's get into what all you came for, the change to the cheddar. We're trying to turn $10 or less with these parlays. We got 4 of them this week. We've got a 5-leg, an 8-leg, a 9-leg, and a 10-leg. 4 parlays this week. Let's see if we can win some. We were so close last week. We lost by 1 leg. Our Hail Mary 13-leg parlay, we lost by 1 fight. Julian Marquez versus RoboCop. I was rocking with Julian Marquez money line, main line, and it did not work out for us, but it's all right. It was a 50-cent bet to win $1,300. We almost hit it last week. Maybe we'll get it this week. First parlay of the day, a 5-pick parlay, a plus 6,169. $2.50 will net you $156.73. That is Genu Fried to win in round 3 or decision. Just a safer way to just pick by decision. Brian Boom Kelleher straight up at a plus 150. Halion Paiva straight up at a plus 145. Adolfo Vieira straight up at a plus 110, and Alain Baudot and over 1.5 at a plus 180. That $2.50 will net you $156.73. I feel like it's a safe one this week, guys. Let's go. Let's win a parlay this week. Next parlay of the day, an 8-leg, $3 to win $161.29. First leg, Jinu Fried to win by decision at a minus 110. Brian Boom Kelleher straight up at a plus 150. Halion Paiva straight up at a plus 145. Shaolin Norton Beckham versus TJ Brown fight going over 1.5 rounds. Umar Nurmagomedov to win straight up. Not good odds there at a minus 950. Alan Buda straight up at a minus 115. Shavkat Rakhmonov straight up at a minus 410. And our final leg, Arman Tsarukyan straight up at a minus 250. Once again, $3 will net you $161.29. Those 8 legs plus 5,276. Moving along to our 9-leg this week. Our biggest value by far, $1 to win $696.60, is a 9-pick plus 69,560. Jinu Fried to win by decision. Brian Boom Kelleher straight up. Halion Paiva straight up. Tafan Chukli to win by knockout. Adolfo Vieira to win by submission. Umar Nurmagomedov straight up. Alan Budo to win and over 1.5 at a plus 180. Shavkat by finish, doesn't matter how, at a minus 150. And Arman Tsarukyan straight up at a minus 250. That is our third parlay this week. Remember, $1 to win $696. That's almost $700 off your $1 if we can hit all 9 of those this week. So our last parlay, a 10-leg, $2 to win $102.11. This one is rather safe, I have to be honest with y'all. Jinu Fried to win by decision. Umar Nurmagomedov straight up at a minus 950. Alan Budo and over 1.5 at a plus 180. Shavkat by finish at a minus 150. Arman Tsarukyan straight up. And here's where it gets interesting. The Chris Curtis versus Adolfo Vieira to start round 2. Carlos Olberg versus Tafan Chukli to start round 2. Shaolin Norton Beckham versus TJ Brown to start round 2. Rallion Paiva versus Sergey Morozov to start round 2. Brian Boom Kelleher versus Mario Bautista to start round 2. That's it. That is all 10 legs. Remember that $2 to win $102.11. Can we win $100 or more off of one of these parlays? We didn't spend a whole lot this week, $8.50. And if any of these parlays hit, we for sure hit our goal this week of winning more than $100 with less than $10. So that being said, I am Matt from the Golden Octagon. This is Change to Cheddar. Remember, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, what are you doing? I do 3 videos per week. Every Monday, a UFC card video. Every Wednesday, a long form podcast with my friend Dorian. And every fight week Friday, I'm here, Change to Cheddar, trying to win y'all some money with my bets, giving y'all my opinion, whether you're fading me or you're telling me, either one. That being said, y'all, I wish y'all luck this week. Let's win some money. That's all I got this week, y'all. I'll catch y'all Monday for another card video, but that's it for me. Peace.